Today we will learn about the efforts made in the direction to constitute a constituent assembly and drafting our Indian constitution. Under Calcutta session of Indian National Congress in 1906, adoption of Swaraj was put as the goal of Indian people, which meant self-rule, and constitution along with constituent assembly was already inherited in this concept of Swaraj. This adoption of Swaraj was made under leadership of our grand old man of India Shri Dadabhai Nauroji ji. In 1922, our Bapu Mahatma Gandhi ji put forth the idea that Indians themselves should be in control of their own political destiny, which implied that the Constitution of India would be drafted by Indians. He explained the Swaraj as the declaration of India's full self-expression, but nowhere it should be like a free gift of the British Parliament. Under the Nehru Report, the first major attempt was made by the Indians to draft a constitutional framework by all parties conference, which was intended to give a befitting reply to Lord Birkenhead's challenge, as Lord Birkenhead, then Secretary of State, had challenged the Indian leaders to draft a constitution for India by mocking that Indians were not capable of drafting a constitution and finding a common path. A committee was formed for drafting such constitutional framework under the chairmanship of Motilal Nehru. The committee members included Ali Imam, G. R. Pradhan, Subhash Chandra Bose, Tez Bahadur Sapru, M. S. Ane, Mangal Singh, Shuab Qureshi. In 1929, under the Lahore session, Purna Swarajya was adopted by Congress, which means total independence. In 1934, Mr. Manbendra Nath Roy put forth first time the idea of a constituent assembly, who was also the pioneer of communist movement in India and was also advocate of radical democratism.
In 1935, Indian National Congress officially demanded a constituent assembly. In 1938, Jawaharlal Nehru, on behalf of the Indian National Congress, put forth his ideas, which stated that Constitution of Free India must be framed without outside interference by a constituent assembly, and constituent assembly would be elected on the basis of adult franchise. Adult franchise means all adult citizens of the country should have the right to vote without any discrimination of class, caste, religion, or gender. In this session of 1938, Indian National Congress also stand for independence and democratic state. In 1939, Working Committee of the Congress continued with same statements. Declaration of World War II had put England under pressure. In 1940, at Ramgarh, Bihar, Indian National Congress had put forth conditions in support to British government in war if a provisional national government is set up at centre. In some means, the demands were accepted and the idea of constituent assembly was given approval in principle by Lord Linlithgow. Next, in 1942, Cripps Mission headed by Sir Stafford Cripps proposed that the Constitution of India should be framed by an elected Constituent Assembly of the Indian people. In 1946, Cabinet Mission had disclosed his idea of Union of India comprising both British India and states with a single Constituent Assembly. Union was authorized for jurisdiction over the foreign affairs, defense, and communication, while provinces were authorized to legislate on subjects other than these three. Under the Cabinet Mission, all residuary powers were given to provinces and states. In July-August 1946, elections were held for Constituent Assembly, and Constituent Assembly was constituted in November 1946 underneath the scheme formulated by Cabinet Mission Plan. First sitting of Constituent Assembly was held at 9th December 1946. The members of the Constituent Assembly were elected by provincial assemblies using method of proportional representation by single transferable vote. Thank you.